Welcome to the Marriage Be Like podcast. We're your host, Kenny.
And Kenya.
And we are so glad that you are joining us today. Listen, this podcast is here to discuss love and relationships, life topics, and how to navigate through it all.
Disclaimer, we are not specialists or counselors or professionals in these fields. We are a married couple who's got 27 years of life experiences under our belt. We hope to open some discussions, build communication, and plant some seeds. So sit back, enjoy, and let's have a conversation and grow together. Hey, welcome back to the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Welcome back. Yes.
Oh, look, if you're joining us for the first time, thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in.
Right.
And if you are joining us again, look, we appreciate it.
We really, really do.
Yes, we do. Go ahead, tell your friends, family, and neighbors
that you found the best podcast.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Good content, lots of laughter.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have fun doing this, y'all.
We do have fun. We do have fun.
I actually look forward to it, you know?
Do you really?
Yeah.
Right, I mean,
babe. Yeah. So, you know. Yeah,
That's
I do.
Awesome.
I really do look forward to it.
All right. Yeah. See, I look forward to it too, actually. I didn't think I would.
Okay.
But yeah.
I really kind of thought about this. Like, every week, we're going to do this every week.
Yep.
And
you didn't just think about it. You actually said it.
And so I was like,
that was not your suggestion.
It was almost, yeah. And I was trying to reconcile with it being a chore, you know, every week. But now I look forward to it. I'm excited to do it every week with you.
Yes, thanks, babe. Look, I want to also say that this is not just a marriage podcast. We're married. So, of course, we named it Marriage Be Like. But it's not just a marriage podcast. This is for relationships, period.
That's right.
You know, so you really can spread the word and tell your friends and family and neighbors.
Yeah, they don't have to be married.
Everybody can listen to this podcast.
That's right. That's right.
Especially for today.
Yes.
Because we're doing a Mother's Day recap.
Mother's Day recap.
Yes. So, yes, make sure that everybody listens. So, we're discussing Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. And I hope everybody, you know what? I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day.
Yes.
Let me just go ahead and say that up front.
Yeah. For all the mamas and all the people who
actually help raise and
help
nurture other kids.
Aunties, grandmamas, you know. Yeah. Stepmamas.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Foster, adopted.
Yes.
All of that.
Thank you.
All of that works for.
We're a little late,
but hey, they still mamas on this week, just like they were on Sunday.
That's right.
So it's all right. You can still say it all the time.
All the time.
All right. So every year we celebrate Mother's Day, and setting aside a day is not just what happens in the U.S.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I actually never thought about that. I really never did.
Yeah, it actually is celebrated around the world.
Okay.
And different places will have different days. And different traditions and things that they do for Mother's Day.
So the whole the idea of Mother's Day is global.
Yeah.
I mean, there are mothers everywhere, right?
Yes. There are. And we should be celebrated everywhere.
Right. Right. Okay.
All right. So Mother's Day fun facts. I'm just going to throw a few little things in.
Okay.
Now I have to give my reference though.
Okay.
So I got this from a 2024 Time magazine article. The first Mother's Day was organized on May the 10th in 1908 in West Virginia. So we're talking about the United States though.
Right.
We came back. Okay.
Okay.
In West Virginia and in Pennsylvania. The so-called mother of Mother's Day is Anna Jarvis, a copywriter from West Virginia, born during the Civil War. Anna watched, which I think is pretty amazing. She watched her mother, Anne, work to organize mothers' work clubs to care for soldiers on both sides of the war.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not just one side, on both sides of the war, and worked to bridge divides between mothers from North and South.
Whoa.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Now let's back up. Her name, the daughter.
Anna, the daughter, is the one who started Mother's Day in the U.S. Anne is the mother. She was the one who was very much helpful with the soldiers.
Okay.
So yes, not to be confused.
Anna was named after Anne?
Probably so. We're just going to assume because it's so close.
Right. Okay.
Yes. So Anna Jarvis began organizing for Mother's Day as a way to honor her mother's work and peacemaking efforts.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Anna Jarvis. From 1908.
Yes. Well, in 1907, she hosted a small gathering of friends to do this, announcing her idea for a national holiday honoring mothers at this particular gathering.
Okay.
So on May the 8th, 1914, Congress passed a law declaring the second Sunday of May as Mother's Day. And the next day, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the official holiday.
Oh.
Yeah. Proclaiming it also as a holiday to honor mothers whose sons died in the war.
Okay. All right. But you know what I did not know is it's the second Sunday in May.
Yes.
I didn't know that it
You
was.
didn't realize that?
No.
Oh, it's just because I tell you Mother's Day coming.
That's it. That's the only way I know
Shame.
Mother's Day is coming, because you tell me.
Shame. I'm gonna need you to have that on the wait. It is on calendars. I'm gonna need you to have it on calendar. It is on calendars.
My phone tells me to.
Yes,
so.
it's
But you
everywhere.
tell me before the phone does. So
I sure do, because I want you prepared.
So if Siri is listening,
Yeah,
Siri needs to get on the ball
Siri
and tell me
needs to tell you
earlier.
2 weeks ahead.
Yeah. But you know, I remember I posted a thing on Facebook how Siri saved my marriage.
Mhm.
Right? Do you remember that?
I do,
Yes,
because I thought it was funny actually.
because Siri reminded me to call my wife for her birthday. So thank you, Siri.
Yes, such a shame. Again. All right, so that's our fun facts for our Mother's Day, and I thought that was pretty cool. I'm glad I actually looked it up. I never considered it, and I said, well, you know what? Why do we celebrate Mother's Day? And I looked it up, and I was like, whoa, it's all kinds of great information here.
As if you needed to ask the question why.
No, I was just curious, not why necessarily we celebrate me and other mothers,
Right.
but just, what came of it.
Okay,
You
how did
didn't
we
just
get here?
Right, how did we get here? Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, so you ready to do our segment?
Oh, okay, sure.
Mhm.
Well, we jumping right in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Segment. All right. So this segment
Go ahead and
is
tell them what it's about,
okay.
why we do our segments.
Why we do our segment? Can I say what the segment is? Do I need
Yeah.
to say that first?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. However you want to do it, babe. It's all you got it.
Wow. I thank you for the affirmation. Okay, here's the segment, y'all. Right? What moved me this week?
Mhm.
I said it right this time because the
Yes,
last couple
you
times
making up titles
Yeah.
from before. Yes.
messed it all the way up. So what moved me this week? Now, our segments and our games really just an opportunity for us to spark conversation and really get to know each other a little better and have a little bit of fun with it at the same time. What moved me this week, this segment is really an opportunity for us to kind of open up and kind of share with each other how we were moved.
Yes. How your emotions
Thank you. Help me
were
out.
jugged a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. What tugged on your heart this week?
Yes, exactly.
All right. So, you know what? I want you to go first.
Okay. I've got 2.
Okay. All right.
All
Cool.
right. So one of the things I wanted to mention was, and though this is not the month, but it still talks about mothers. So I recently saw on social media an article about C-sections,
Okay.
and I had never. I think just because I'm a mom, I birthed children. Sometimes the details of how that happens, I don't want to say don't click, but we just do it. Does
Okay.
that make sense? We just do it. We make sure they get here as best we can. And the details of how that happens become stories, lifelong stories to tell.
Okay.
But really considering what we went through takes a moment for you to sit back and really think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's so much about seeing the baby, bringing the baby here, but all the things prior
Yeah.
before you hear that cry.
Wow. And you know what? You're right. You're right. Because the mother carrying the baby
Yeah.
really is going through all
kinds of stuff.
yeah. And then, but all anybody else says is, how's the baby doing?
Yeah.
When's the baby coming?
And as women, we talk about the different things that we go through, person to person, woman to woman. And only if you're close to that person will you really tell the details of what you may be going through, even if it's a great pregnancy. But everybody doesn't have a great pregnancy. And then
True.
there could be something wrong somewhere,
Right.
many things wrong for some. And miraculously, you'll still have a beautiful, bouncy baby.
Yeah.
But you also just don't know.
Right.
So
right.
there's also a lot of hope and desire, but a little stress.
Right.
You know, your
Little.
body's going
lot.
through
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
But this particular one that moved me when I read the article was about C-sections.
Right.
And because I had two, of course, that it took me in pretty quickly. But I'll just give a snippet of what it discussed. So April was actually C-section Awareness Month, which, by the way, I had never even heard of.
Didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either. I looked it up and it was real.
Man, I mean, so here's
So it
the
wasn't
thing.
just some, bogus article that someone wrote.
Every month there's some kind of awareness going on.
This is very true. But you know what? C-section is a major deal.
Yeah.
It is a major surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So April is C-section Awareness Month. And what I read, I'm going to quote it. C-section is the only surgery that multiple layers are cut. You're stitched back and expected to walk in an hour or two after surgery. C-section mamas are beasts.
Wow. Yeah.
I remember my first C-section, and I remember them telling me I need to get up and walk, and I'm looking at her like, no, what for? Because I couldn't understand why I needed to walk, and I just had surgery.
Is there a reason for that?
Your body will lock up.
Really?
Yeah, I actually asked, and by the second C-section, that's exactly what happened because I was so tired. I was so beat up.
Mm-hmm. I didn't beat you up.
No, you didn't. But that baby boy sure did. He was he just took such a toll because of his size on my body that I just couldn't. And I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I went through a lot. Plus, they were back to back. So, I had one year and one the next year. But that second one just drained me so that I was like, I can't get up. I didn't have the strength.
So when you said your body would lock up, what does that mean then?
I literally couldn't move.
Like paralyzed?
It felt like, yes.
Really?
Like my brain would not send the signals to my body to move. And I remember pressing the button.
Okay. To alert the nurse?
Yes. And you might not remember because you were asleep when I first alerted the nurse. But I started crying because I couldn't move my leg.
Wow.
I just wanted to shift in the bed a little bit. And it was in the middle of the night.
Wow.
And they told me, they told me all day, you need to get up and walk. You need to get up and move. And I did with the first one. I just couldn't with the second one.
So how long did that last?
They had to come in and physically move my body. It was almost like a physical therapy situation.
Okay.
And I hollered through the whole thing. I think I sent you out the room. But I hollered through the whole thing because it was very painful.
Wow.
And then, of course, the nurse was like, nah, I done told you.
I told you.
But I didn't believe him because the first one went so well.
Yeah.
Now, after that, I walked, but I did struggle walking after that.
Okay.
More so than the first child with the first C-section. I was next to running down the hall. It just...
Yeah.
But that second time around, it just did not do the same. And so I more realized then the stress that my body had been under and that it was a major surgery.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though I requested it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go through the birthing situation again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that was, so when I read the full article, I was like, whoa. And I just couldn't believe that that's what I had gone through.
Right. Okay.
That's why I said it was almost like it didn't click.
Well, I'm grateful.
Yes. Then I'm a beast. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously, because that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad that article came out so that people would know the significance of it.
Okay. So what was the other thing?
The other one was what my son said for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I'm gonna go back to the love languages. Mind you, saying nice things about me, I have a hard time taking. So when you said that's what they were gonna do, we were about to. So to paint the picture, we're sitting down for dinner. My husband cooked this wonderful meal, grilled some salmon. What else we have? Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes. So we had this wonderful meal. We're all sitting at the dining room table. We're enjoying ourselves. And then he says, okay, guys, so we're gonna tell Mom, how'd you put it?
I don't know, but what we appreciate.
What we appreciate, I think is how you said. What we appreciate her for Mother's Day.
Right.
And the first thing I did was cover my face.
Sure did.
I was like, oh boy, here it comes. But at the same time, I appreciate it. I just didn't know how to show the appreciation. But words of affirmation just ain't my love language. Right. I have a hard time saying those things, but I really have a hard time receiving it. Anyway, what they said, it wasn't that I didn't know. And our oldest and I had a good conversation 2 days prior, and he told me that he appreciated that conversation. So when he said it again at the table, he just went more in depth.
Okay.
But when you, as a parent, not just as a mother, but as a parent, you teach and you raise and you hope. You may not always know
Yeah.
that they appreciate it or
Right.
that they're even listening.
Yes.
Or that shoot, for that matter, any of the things that you do,
Right.
even help raise them to be good people or what have you. They may not always tell you that.
Yeah.
And so when they said it aloud, though I felt it and I knew it in my heart, it was different hearing it. But I appreciate it so much, especially for the youngest, because it showed his sensitive side.
Yeah, which doesn't come out very often.
Yeah, he doesn't show that side very often. But his details and saying the appreciation for our relationship.
Yeah.
And then what he sees with his other friends and their relationships with their moms.
Yes.
He had told me that piece before.
Okay.
So I did know, but he did get more detailed.
Mhm.
And so it was a pleasant surprise that they were willing to do so, but it was also a pleasant surprise that they see and hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Pretty
proud of them.
Yeah. What moved me this week was the same thing.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. In fact, today I was actually telling the youngest
Mm-hmm.
those same things. I was saying, hey, look, I really appreciated what you said.
Mm-hmm.
And you said so many nice things about your mother that I hope you feel the same way about your father.
Okay. But he did say that we get on each other's nerves.
Yes. Yes.
And we do, because we're so alike. And that's the best I could find as far as reason is concerned.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they moved out,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing I said was, one, I missed them grocery shopping with me because it made it so much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But then two, I missed our talks.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me when they moved out because I missed those late night talks.
Yeah.
And still being able to do that actually really helps. And I'm glad that they appreciate it.
Yeah. And I know we were talking about Mother's Day and everything. But what I do love and appreciate about our families is really kind of that interaction that we all have.
Mm-hmm.
And that we can do things together, because not only did we have the dinner, but we went to a movie together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
mean, and when we told someone today that I wanted to spend my Mother's Day with my family,
yes,
her response, you didn't want to be by yourself?
Right.
Actually, I did not.
Right. That's right. I remember that conversation.
I did not. I wanted to spend it with them, with all of us.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see that as strange. I thought it's just what I wanted. So let's make this happen.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're on the same lines. This was a nice moving weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah. All right. So, did you have anything more you wanted to share on the segment of what moved me this week?
No, I think I'm good. I shared plenty, right?
You did, because because you started talking about, you went back to April.
I
did. We're in May.
Yes.
So,
but that's when the month was celebrated for C-section. So
I mean, I get it. Yeah. I get it. But it's just like you to go back in time.
Funny. At least it was a good thing.
Yes. Yes.
I could go back in time and talk about some foolishness.
I know it. I know it. So anyway.
All right. So I hope y'all like that segment.
Yes.
Hopefully you all will do that segment at home and tell your spouse or your whoever you're in a relationship with, what moved you this week, and then they can say the same. Yeah. That'll be cool. That's our goal, is to open up that conversation and conversations.
Yes.
And be vulnerable.
So use that tool, everybody. Use that tool.
All right. So why set aside a day for mothers?
Look, let me tell you something. Mothers, you said that mothers are, what did you say? C-section mamas are beasts, is what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all mothers are beasts.
Yes.
I mean, because you consider the the sacrifices that a mother makes
Yeah.
without
Without thought.
I mean, fathers, we you know, I didn't think about it before.
Really. We just go ahead, do it, make it work.
Yeah, the sacrifices, the delayed self gratification. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You're gonna put your children before yourself, um, many times, and so yeah, I think that's worthy of acknowledgement and
Oh,
affirming.
absolutely. I'm not going to disagree on that one. I'm not. Yeah. I appreciate any celebration possible as well.
Yes, birthday,
Yeah.
you know, anniversary.
And you know what? The strangest part is I can receive the gifts. I can do love in action. It's just words.
Okay.
So yeah, it's literally a love language thing. So y'all can celebrate and give me gifts and we can go out and do things all day long.
Yeah.
I won't have my face on that.
You know, and that makes it easy. We said this, but I said this before. It makes it easy to love you, right? Because all I got to do is just, you know, throw a couple turtles at you.
Okay. Those wonderful chocolate goodies. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So anyway, but I mean, we have to celebrate mothers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mother's Day is a celebration of mothers and motherhood, recognizing the profound impact they have on the direct families, the community,
Hmm.
society, and it's a time to express gratitude for the nurturing support
Yeah.
and love that mothers provide.
I agree.
You know, and I mean, mothers' hearts are just full of love, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It just kind of comes with it.
yeah. It's what you were created to do.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
And even in that situation, you don't have to be a mother to do that. That's the other thing.
Okay.
Aunties are very
Aunties.
much, that same,
Yeah.
in any mother types
Mm-hmm.
because you have a little bit of everybody in families.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's true.
all right.
true.
So honoring motherhood is a big piece of why we celebrate mothers or Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Yep.
Yes, it acknowledges the journey of motherhood and the specific roles mothers play in shaping the future.
Okay.
So, like you said before, the community and society, but
Yeah.
I mean, would we be here without mothers?
No. I mean, it's just
literally the future of the world.
yeah. You know, the world came from a mother. Right?
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we have to acknowledge that. We have to
Right.
acknowledge and affirm our mothers, because to repeat that, we would not be here without y'all.
This is true. This is
So
true.
anyway,
Celebrating maternal figures. So we talked about it a little bit, but adoptive mothers, foster mothers,
Right.
stepmothers, and recognizing the many women that play that vital role in raising of a life.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It I didn't know what it takes a village meant growing up, but immediately once I was pregnant, I understood. Suddenly it was like it just clicked.
Yeah.
But I didn't need that piece of information growing up. I wasn't a mother yet.
Okay. Got you.
So you hear all these sayings and different things that your parents say, but yeah, some things just don't click until you have that life experience, and it's like, oh, I get it.
Okay.
So yeah, cultural significance.
Right.
And we talked a little bit about that, how it's celebrated differently around the world, but it still has the same core message.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrating, acknowledging, and showing gratitude to the one who gave birth to you.
Okay.
Expressing gratitude.
Yes.
Go ahead and get that part, babe.
So we want to show appreciation for the selfless love, care, and
Yeah.
sacrifices mothers make for their families. I mean, I think we kind of said this a little earlier, but we have to express our appreciation for that.
Yes.
Right? I mean, we acknowledge it, but then say thank you.
Right.
And
not just on Mother's Day.
Right.
We're
I mean,
mothers. We're mothers year round.
yeah, this is absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, I mean, and I don't think that mothers are affirmed enough. I don't think that
Yeah.
I don't think we do a good enough job of letting mothers know,
Yeah.
how much
I'm totally agreeing. Yes. The answer is yes.
The
Yes,
answer is
I
yes.
agree.
Yes, you agree. Okay.
I mean, I think that our family does pretty good.
Yeah.
And our sons know my love language.
Yep.
So they do things often for me. My love language is receiving gifts.
Yes. Not words of affirmation. In fact, if you go back to the love languages, go check us out on Spotify or Apple
That's
Podcasts
correct.
or marriagebelike.com. You can look for the 5 love languages. We can talk about that and see how far down the list words of affirmation
fall for me. That's true.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna leave that one alone because
Yeah, I
beyond that.
think that but I think that they do a good job with it. And it was funny because Sunday I was starting to wonder because it was slow coming.
Okay.
And so
You're just impatient.
I am impatient, but it was also like 12:30. It was afternoon.
Wait a minute now. So you know that many of us have responsibilities.
No, I'm not saying that you don't. You were totally at work, and so was I.
Right.
But the guys were asleep.
Okay.
I was like, hello.
I can't even yeah. I can't say anything about that. I can't defend
They
that.
was like, hey, look. And I agree with them. You know, I did agree with them because the youngest was like, so it's not a surprise if you're asking for it.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, look, I expected y'all to be Johnny on the spot.
But you know, why do we work so hard to making the gifts that we give?
Because
of
receiving
surprise?
gifts is my love language.
No. Let me finish the question.
Okay.
Why we work so hard making the gifts that we give a surprise? Why does that have to be a surprise?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we do that, right? Everybody sneak around and buy the gift and then try to sneak it into the house and wrap it up, and and then it's like, here, I got this for you. It's like,
right. This is true.
It's not Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
Why do we do that?
While I was asking questions, one was saying, "Why are you asking again?" In the midst of sending me a Zelle payment, not payment, but sending me some money through Zelle, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it. I see what you're doing."
So yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. But at the same time, I was impatient, and they checked me.
Yeah, as they should have. So
my day ended wonderfully, by the way. Just for all the listeners out there, they hooked me up. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. My husband and both my sons individually and together, they all hooked me up. I had a great Mother's Day.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even for me.
It was a great Mother's Day. I felt very appreciated.
Good. That was the intent.
So personal reflection is another reason why we celebrate Mother's Day. It provides a time to reflect on the role mothers play in our families and communities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think back. Wow. I remember some of the most fun times with my mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned that on the little what is that Mother's Day greeting we gave?
Oh yeah, look, let's say that. I didn't think about that. Yeah. We gave greetings to our mothers.
Our mothers, yeah.
On envisionradio.com.
Envision Radio, yeah. We sent a little nice happy Mother's Day. And it was for everybody, but also for our mothers.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I cherish was that just sitting in church with her, and just really being able to cuddle up next to her. You know what I'm saying? So I am a true mama's boy.
And she's a cuddler.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So and you know what? Let me tell you something. I am. It's I don't know. It's probably sad. I don't know, but I'm her baby. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm 52 years old, right? But remember, what was that? Some years ago. I took a week and went down and spent the week with my mother for my birthday, wasn't it? Oh man. When I tell you, I did not need for anything because my mother wanted to.
She made sure.
She made, you need some water?
So tell the audience how far away y'all live apart.
Well, okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm in Alabama and she's in Florida.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm in northern Alabama, she's in central Florida. So it's a pretty good distance.
The ways, yeah.
Yeah. But we talk like every other day.
Yes, this is true.
So, but when I got down there, man, I mean, She offered me water every 5 minutes, a piece of cake every 5 minutes, and but that's my
I knew
mother.
you were gonna be rotten coming back to. I knew it.
But I mean, yeah, that's my mother, and that's and I try my best to to take care of what I can for her,
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
and I think that's our job,
I'm
right?
gonna say as you should.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I actually neither of us live by our moms.
right.
So my mother is further north,
Mm-hmm.
about 4 or 5
4
hours,
or 5
4
hours,
hours
yeah.
and change in Kentucky. So yeah, it's interesting. So making those trips back and forth throughout the year. Yeah. We didn't meet and we didn't raise our families where our mothers are.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we had to travel to see them.
That's it. But you know what? To travel down to Florida to go to the beach.
Hey, anytime.
This is gonna sound terrible, right? And if I get to see my mother in the process,
She goes to the beach. Come on, Noni, come on to the beach.
yes, so come to the beach with us.
She sure will.
Yeah, yeah.
And teach me how to get a suntan in the Florida sun.
Oh yeah, yeah. So anyway, love you, Mom.
Yes, love you, Mom. Moms.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, again, happy Mother's Day to everybody, all the mothers, And I know, and can I say this?
Mhm.
I know that for some, mothers have passed,
Yes.
and we certainly want to express our condolences to those who
Mhm.
may not be able to celebrate their mother as at the same time, particularly for those who this will be the first one,
Also true.
the first Mother's Day.
Who grieve through the day.
Yeah, and so I know that makes it particularly hard.
It does.
So I don't want to overlook that.
Mhm.
So then, my thoughts and prayers for all those who really have a hard time during this time.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Thanks, babe, for pointing that out.
yeah, I mean, any holiday for that matter,
Mhm.
sometimes it
Can be rough.
it can be
Yes,
pretty
because
tough.
you've lost loved one. That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, you're not forgotten.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's also outside of the grieving process. It's a great time to reflect on the good times.
Yeah.
And how they inspired you and how they made you who you are today.
Yes. Yes. So remember the great ones. Yeah.
All right. So you ready for another segment?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So last week, Kenny created a date challenge.
I did.
For us.
I did.
So this is our segment. We're gonna talk about it. You ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Okay. So he created a date challenge. Tell him what the date challenge was, babe.
Well, the date challenge was really just we each plan a date.
And see who's the best. Was that the date challenge?
Oh wow. Oh, wow. So see people, she already is she's gloating. She's gloating already.
I'm just asking.
Gloating already. And I'm gonna come with the excuses. So
y'all hear this, right? And he had all the smack last time,
but
on last week's podcast.
And the reason for this is because we played a game several weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we agreed that I plan better dates, right?
At least that's what you say. Then I said.
Oh, see, wow. Okay, I see how you are. Man, after 27 years of marriage, this is what you're going to do. She said it, people, and now
y'all go back and find it, see if I said it.
And now she's
reneging. You gotta listen to all the podcasts to see if it's there.
Yeah, every last one of them. Anyway, all right. So then, yes, I said we were going to do a date challenge.
Yes,
challenge. So and we were going to share what we did, and there will be a poll, and you guys can vote.
Oh, I forgot about the poll.
Yes, you can vote.
You had this whole elaborate challenge.
I did, and or you can email us at Kenny and Kenya at marriagebelight.com and cast your vote whether Kenya's date was like extra and mine was better. So
okay,
so go ahead and tell us what you did for our date.
Okay, so let's get some clarity here. This week was one of our busiest weeks of the year.
Oh man.
for our business Green Room Entertainment, we were very busy, very busy, doing events and such. And so it made it very difficult to squeeze in a date, much less two.
Yes.
We also had Mother's Day. So yeah, there was a lot.
A graduation.
Yes, there was a lot happening. We were trying to finish up projects and so on and so forth. So, this is the worst time to try. Busy week, but you still got to do your date.
Yes.
You still want to connect, still want to make sure things are good,
which is
and
the
have
whole
your personal
point.
time, which is exactly the whole point. Just wish it had been next week to squeeze in 2 dates. So anyway, we used what we could for our dates.
That's right.
And what I used was one of our events.
Okay.
So the Huntsville Botanical Garden.
Yes.
We did a video recording, I guess, there.
Yes.
Of a yoga class.
Right.
And since we were already there, I figured we could walk the grounds. So the Huntsville Botanical Gardens, and we're not the only ones who have botanical gardens, but it's very much dealing with nature and the scenery and the beauty of nature that God created. And so there's different scenes and buildings and information that you can go in. And now, mind you, it was supposed to be a decent day. It was much colder than what it was even supposed to be, first off.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be out on the lawn.
Right.
But because of the threat of rain and storms, we ended up being in a room.
Yes. A hot room at
And so we're filming while this class of yoga is going on. And so it was so many people, they couldn't all fit in the room.
Right.
So there were people outside, so on and so forth. So because we were there, we went ahead and used that as the date. But we were able to walk around and look at the beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
Look at the different bushes and flowers and so on and so forth that they had. The buildings were beautiful.
Yes.
And on top of that, we had not been to the Botanical Gardens in a very long time.
20 years.
Did we ever go together, actually?
Maybe for Christmas, did we go through?
I think, yes, and we would take the boys to see the Christmas lights. Yes. But yeah, when I first went to the Botanical Gardens, we weren't married.
Right.
So it had been a long time. I didn't even recognize some of the buildings because it had been so long. And I guess you don't think about it when you live here.
Right.
But it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it is.
Everything was so well landscaped. And so we were able to walk around some. Then we went to their bistro. Bistro.
Yes.
There we go. We went to their bistro. And I was nervous because I was like, is there anything that I can eat?
Right.
Because I'm a pescatarian, so I'm always a little leery.
Right.
But man, did they have a good sandwich.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tuna.
I had a tuna provolone.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Was it a melt?
Yes.
Okay, tuna melt.
And the bread was large. Like I had never seen the bread that size before in my life.
Was it like it wasn't like a Texas toast?
No, it was bigger than a Texas toast.
I mean, it wasn't bigger.
Yes. Did you see my sandwich put together?
I mean,
you saw me eating, in halves, but together it literally, that thing was huge.
Okay.
So yeah, it was, but it was so good, so well seasoned. And then the chocolate chip cookies.
The chocolate chip cookies, man. Listen, those chocolate chip cookies gave me life.
Everybody chocolate chip cookies.
They gave me life.
To the point. Oh wait, tell them what you had, babe.
Oh yeah, I had an avocado steak wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It was some steak, avocado, and spinach. I think it was spinach, fresh spinach in a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really good. With a lime, splash of lime on it. Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell that he enjoyed it,
Yeah,
folks.
I did. I really did enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoyed mine. I was pleasantly surprised. And then also we had the chocolate chip cookies. I'm going back to those because let me tell you something. First off, we already thought we were going to go ahead and spend more money and get another sandwich, but we were going out later to eat for a graduation dinner, so we didn't want to eat too much.
That's right.
But we definitely went back for some more cookies.
More cookies.
we each got one at first, right?
First, yep.
Like, okay, let's just try it, have a little sugar, sit and enjoy while we wait on our sandwiches. Yeah. So we took a couple of bites, and by the time our sandwiches came, Kenny was like, so we're going to get some more cookies.
You're going to buy me some more cookies.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how many more we bought, but we should be shamed.
Yeah.
And also, they didn't even make it home, by the way.
No, they didn't make it to our next destination.
They really did not. Those things were so good.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. We got to walk and we got to walk inside that building and see the gift shop and all the people enjoying being at the botanical garden. So
Yeah.
it was really nice.
So yeah.
What do you think, babe?
Oh, I enjoyed it. I had fun. Was out there. I got to take some pictures.
Yeah. Looking at the lakes.
Yeah. So no, it was really nice. Really nice. Yeah. Good job.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah. So is it my turn?
Your turn.
Okay. So we went to Nothing But Noodles and sat outside and ate outside at the Nothing But Noodles. I did order something different. I had the eggplant parmesan.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And you had your normal.
Yes.
What was it, like a Santa Fe? Is that what you get?
Southwest Chipotle.
Southwest Chipotle with tofu and
So
broccoli
good.
and all kinds of
Several
vegetables.
extra vegetables. Yep.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Listen, you know, whenever we go out to eat, right? Whenever we go out to eat, Kenya orders like the menu.
What? You made me sound all big back. Come on now.
I mean, no. So last week what was it? First words, first thing. What was that game we played?
Yes.
First thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you said restaurant, and the only thing I can come up with was Ruth's Chris.
Yes.
Yeah. So when we ever go there,
now I will order the menu there.
She orders the menu there, and they love it when we come because
I'm ordering up a store.
It's like a Black Friday for them. Because when we come up in there, we gonna get them out of the red. They gonna make so much money off of us. Ruth's Chris.
I mean, look, enjoy the opportunity.
Yeah.
Enjoy the date. But I mean, when we went today, that I just ordered extra breadsticks. That's not a lot. I had my dish and then breadsticks and a drink.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, it wasn't a lot. But what it is that you order the extra vegetables. And I want green peppers. Oh, and throw some red peppers on them too.
Well, it already comes with some vegetables. It's just not enough. I want more.
So, I mean, listening to her place an order is like a kid in a candy store, right? It's just.
Well, they give the option.
Yeah.
So I just take advantage of the option.
You don't have to avail yourself of every option, is all I'm saying.
So they say 2, and you can have a meat added to it, and then 2 vegetables. I tend to get 3.
Yes.
But it's just one more. It's just one more.
Just one more. Anyway, no, I want you to have whatever you want, babe.
Thanks, babe.
You can order all of that.
So good.
Especially when you pay. So,
but today I didn't pay.
No, you didn't pay today. You did not.
We had great conversation though.
We did.
We got to sit outside. That was our first time sitting outside in the area.
Yes.
We usually sit inside and make all the noise.
Yes.
But today it was cold in there. I walked in and felt that air conditioner. I was like, "Ooh, can we sit outside?" And then it started raining, so thankfully we were under
the
awning type deal.
Yeah. Is that awning?
I don't know that's what it's called, but yeah.
Well, we were under it.
We were in a sheltered area where we weren't getting wet.
We were dry.
Yes, we were. Well, we had a good time. It was a nice little breeze.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yes, nice conversation. We had to look at each other and say, "Okay, are we leaving?"
Right. So here's the thing, people. Right. Email us at KennyandKenya@marriagebelike.com
to see whose day was best.
Yeah. You can vote. Kenny's date was best.
Mm-hmm. He meant Kenya. That's what he meant. I know our names sound similar, but Kenya.
I said
my name ends in an A, not a Y.
Not a Y. All right. So
ready for our game?
Game, yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Da-da-da-da! All right, game time.
Game time. Yes.
Today we're going back to one of our games before.
Yep.
I do or I don't.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump into it, right?
Yeah.
I do or I don't like.
How long has it been?
51.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I realized we had kind of got halfway to it, I was like, "Oh, let's slow down. Let's add some more dialogue in there." Now I'm like, "Oh, we need to speed it up." Okay.
All right. Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, I do or I don't like chocolate.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Now, is there a specific?
Yes, there is.
Okay. This is why I put this in there because I knew that it was.
Okay, so I don't just like chocolate. It has to have almonds or cashews or pecans.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not a fan of chocolate and peanut.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I like the almond Snickers.
The almond Snickers, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. I like peanuts because I eat peanut butter.
Right.
But like in my trail mixes, I actually don't want peanuts there. They
Really?
just take over the flavor.
Ah,
That's really what it is.
okay.
So I can't enjoy the chocolate the same if I'm only tasting peanut.
Do you like dark chocolate?
I do like dark chocolate.
Okay.
I like white
sometimes
chocolate. It doesn't really
white
matter to
chocolate
me.
is good. White chocolate is sweeter than milk chocolate, in my
I
opinion.
take all of the opinion. I mean, all of the types of chocolate.
Dark chocolate is a little bitter. And I know there's some people who actually prefer that.
Yes, I actually don't have a preference. I'm totally happy. My preference is the nut that comes with it.
Okay.
So I need one of those nuts. But that's not the only one. Macadamian.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool. Yeah, I do like chocolate. I like chocolate with caramel. You're a big caramel fan.
Yes, I do like
'Cause you like
caramel.
turtles.
But again, caramel is so sweet. That's really my issue.
Yeah.
But yes, turtles.
You know
are
what
my
we
favorite
haven't
in
you know what
chocolate.
we haven't done in a while is gone to what's that place called?
Ooh, chocolate crocodile.
Chocolate Crocodile.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't have gone on Sunday for Mother's Day. I'm sure they're
probably covered up.
yes,
Or
covered
if
in
by the time we
orders.
got there, they probably wouldn't have had anything
True.
available. 'Cause everybody would have bought it all up.
Mhm.
You know.
But yeah, they have the best chocolate.
Yeah. So I remember one time I got something from there and ate it. We went together. I want to make
Mhm.
it sound like I didn't go with you, but we went together. I got something and took a bite out. It was so sweet. And I definitely got a sugar high. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, that thing just
Was it like the candy apple or something?
no, it was like a pretzel. No, it was like an Oreo cookie dipped in white chocolate or
Oh, for
something.
heavens sakes,
Yeah,
no wonder.
that thing was
Jeez.
serious. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
damn,
not going anywhere near anything like that.
man.
It just sound like a cavity.
Yeah. Sound like a cavity.
It does.
All right, next one. I do or I don't like escape rooms.
Huh. Normally, I do not like escape rooms.
Okay.
I will only say normally because I have done an escape room
Okay.
with my cousins and friends,
Yes.
and we had a blast,
Okay.
and we got out
Okay.
just in the nick of time.
So I put this one in here because
I normally would not even go.
right, I didn't think you would. Well, this was a conversation I had with our youngest son,
Mhm.
right? Does she like escape rooms? I was like, yeah, no, that's not good.
And let's not do that for
Yeah.
Mother's Day. That's probably not no.
I
Mm-mm.
said, no,
Yeah,
that's
I
not a good
only
idea.
did an escape room that time because I was with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a group of us cousins and a few friends and my god sister, and we all just had a good time. But it was neat to see several of us did not know it. I knew everybody, but all of them didn't know
Okay.
each other when we had cousins weekend. And we met up there. They introduced and we took a few pictures and then we went in and we had to learn quickly about each other
Yeah.
to get us in that hour to get out. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And we each were able to do different things to make sure that we got out.
Yeah. I've only done one escape room.
Mhm.
And we did that was when we went on that marriage retreat in Destin.
Destin. Mhm.
Yeah. And you didn't go with us.
No, I did not go in the escape room.
Yeah. Because this is why I didn't think you would
They all
do
felt
them.
scary.
Scary.
Yeah.
And you are the worst. I mean, you just the scariest person ever.
So do you remember what you did in the escape room? Was it a scary one?
It was. I remember there was 2 beds in the room. It was like a dresser, and somehow or another, it was about the story was about a guy who was like in a war or something like that, and then we actually there was a there was a secret room
Mhm.
in the room,
Mm.
and it was like behind a closet door,
Jeez.
and so to get out, we had to find something inside of that.
Okay.
And of course, it was dark, so we couldn't see anything, right? And so we had to find the key to open up that door
Yeah.
and got in that door and then had to get back in there. Didn't nobody want to go in there,
Nobody-
right? There
I
was
know,
like
that's
8 of us in
right.
there. We were like, I ain't going in there.
Yeah, absolutely would have not done
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm.
So
Ours, the one we did was like a shipwreck. We were lost on a ship
Okay.
on the island. So I was
Okay.
like, oh, island, cool. I can do that. Yeah, so it wasn't, and the lights they were dim, but they weren't off.
yeah, no, it was dark in there.
Yeah, no. Mm.
Now there was a couple of us that cheated because
Oh,
because it was dark, right? And we couldn't see. So you had your Apple Watch.
Flashlight?
You had a flashlight on Apple Watch, and we were like using that to see. So
Oh my goodness.
anyway, shout out to
Mm-mm.
Pastor Dr. David Lee.
Yes, sir. He just graduated with his doctorate.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay. So the next one is
He was a cheater.
I'm gonna tell him you said it. Oh my goodness.
Okay. So the next one, I do or I don't like being
Being a mother, I love being a mom.
Yeah.
Didn't think I would actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now you've said on a number of occasions this was your life journey to be a mother.
But I did not know that
Mhm.
at first. It just is what it is. I was a teacher.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know that I wanted to do that as a parent.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. But no, it's been very fulfilling.
Yeah.
And I feel like kind of feel like a calling. Because my sons are not the only ones I raised.
No, this is true. This is true. And this is the thing that I appreciate about you. And I said this, I sent this text to you on Mother's Day, right?
Mm-hmm,
And how you mother our sons and all of the adopted kids. You know what I'm saying? Like there are so many young people that have come in and out of our home or in our space
Mhm.
that you as a mother had an impact on. So yeah, that's why I'm like, you didn't think you would like it, but
I didn't think I would like it. I didn't think I'd be good at it. I honestly did not.
you are great.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah. So, mama songs.
Oh, wait, that was the end of our game. So make sure you all play the game. Y'all can use those exact examples if you like, or use
Yeah.
other examples. But remember, the game is called I Do or I Don't.
I do or I don't.
That'd be cool to play with kids
Yeah.
for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know if you decide to do that.
Yeah.
So everyone knows the song by Boyz II Men, Mama.
Yes.
All right, Mama, you know I love you. Beautiful song. Won many awards actually. Now I think about it.
Yep.
I want to say Babyface wrote it.
Did he?
I think so.
Okay.
But anyway, very popular song. So today I'm gonna offer another song.
Okay.
By a musician from Norway.
Let me I'm gonna
say his name, babe, because I can't pronounce it.
Ola Berut.
There we go. All right. So the song is called
She's Like No Other.
She's Like No Other. And we're just gonna read you, we're not gonna sing it. We're gonna read you the words of the song. Just the chorus part, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She's like no other. She is my mother.
And I'm so thankful for what she's done. I'll be a witness to everyone.
There ain't no other who can compare with the mother.
And I know in every way that she loves, she's sent from above.
All right. Beautiful words, right, everybody?
Yes.
So y'all can look that up. His name is spelled
O-L-E. That's his first name.
Mm-hmm.
And his last name is B-O-R-U-D. Now, the O's got some funky little line through it.
So pronounce it again, babe. Can you do it twice?
See? Ola Berut.
Okay.
The Berut. But
all right.
That's
good
as far
enough.
as I'm getting.
But we spelled it so you all can look it up. It's a beautiful song, actually.
Yes.
So take a listen to it if you can. So let's go on into our love lessons.
All right, love lessons. Yes. Listen, if you do not have a good relationship with your mom, it is not too late.
Yeah.
Try and try and try and try.
Yes.
And try and try again.
Again. Yes.
And again. And again.
Doesn't matter the reason.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're mad about or why or how long it's been.
Yeah.
Try to have a relationship.
Yes.
Even one that, is comfortable for you.
Yeah.
And comfortable for her.
I'm sure one of these episodes we'll talk about boundaries and things like that.
Yes.
And, we may have to find boundaries where we can
That's
manage
on down the line.
relationships. Yeah.
But I do want to acknowledge that there are mom relationships that are damaged.
Mhm.
So just want to send a note out there for you all to not allow the damage to continue.
Yeah.
But to be able to try and have a relationship with your mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, next, show your mom love, not just on Mother's Day, but throughout the year.
Yeah.
She's your mom always.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Always a mom.
So we don't have to just wait till Mother's Day and then forget after Mother's Day.
That's right.
We can show love to our moms all throughout the year.
Yes. So make sure you do that, babe.
Yes.
And I'll make sure I do it too.
Yes.
And I'll make sure I'll show my appreciation to you all throughout the year.
Thanks, babe.
Even though you're not my mother.
No, but I'm your baby mama. Still counts. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. So we're closing it out.
Yes.
Thanks again for joining us on the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Thank you.
On Envision Radio.
Yes.
Envision-radio.com. You can join
say
us.
Envision Radio.
I guess I can. That's true. Yeah. Join us every Thursday at 4
Eastern time.
Yes. And then 3 o'clock
Central time.
Yes. All right. Make sure you come and check us out on our website, marriagebelike.com, and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get podcasts.
We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Podcasts, on YouTube. And you can catch us. You actually can listen on marriagebelike.com.
Yes, you can actually listen on our website. I can't get that though. No.
.com.
No. I can't.
Get lower.
Not even early in the morning.
.com.
I think that was the same. I don't think it was any difference at all.
I was trying to get lower and lower. It didn't work.
Okay. Also, don't forget to email us
at Kenya at marriagebelike.com.
Tell us what you did for your mom this week for Mother's Day.
Let us know.
Yeah, don't forget our poll.
That's right.
Tell me that I had the best date. Don't forget the poll and make sure that I win.
Wow. Okay.
But yes, you can email us.
Yes.
Anytime. Yeah. Shout out to our son,
KEG Beats,
for our theme music.
That's right. Keep them coming, bro. Keep them coming.
Yes. And you can contact him through our email address if you'd like some beats for something. Go right ahead.
That's right. Listen, the Marriage Be Like podcast is recorded and produced by Green Room Entertainment. We are a media production company.
Yes, we are.
Do videos and photography and audio and podcasts and live audio sounds and live
commercial
streaming.
Coming.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we do drone. We got a drone too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you all for joining us again.
Thank you.
We appreciate all the love. We appreciate y'all listening.
Thank you very much.
And for spreading the word.
Yes. That this is the best podcast.
The best.
Ever.
The best. All right. Thanks again.
Yes.
Have a good week. Bye-bye.